就是说我们有光碟这个唱片那个 CD 片佛教的歌曲，我们愿意送给你们每一个家庭 ，OK？ 不是说个个都有，我们恐怕不够给每一个人。如果你的子女今天在我们楼下那个儿童班，你们家已经有了，因为我们分给他们。那么就说这个叫 Paramita American Buddhist Folk Songs， 你可以上网做一件善事，我们愿意送给你哈。你如果还没有做那个 good deed， 那我们先把 CD 给你。放给你，然后你回家，你可以做一个 good deed。good deed 叫什么？就是你们愿意做的善事，无论你怎么讲那个善事，我们都接受。你用这个方法是最好。为什么？那个 good deed 的故事我们都收回来了，现在已经靠近400多个善事，这个 good karma 哈。Okay, so that's the idea, and we just trust you'll figure out how to do it to take one home. Okay, so that's all our business that we wanted to communicate. Now let's take a look at our slideshow. Here is our teacher, and I started already. 我就说，宣化上人，师父上人，他是天台教官，那种教宗的受训练者。他呢，我昨天没讲哈，他就在美国在世，在各国家各地。他就让我们听闻佛陀的声音，不要依赖注解，就说希望我们的脑海里边都会听到佛的声音。Last night we mentioned that Shifu was trained in the Tiantai Jiaoguan, the Tiantai tradition. That was his generation of scholarship in Buddhism. He gave us the Buddha's voice. He said it's important that you understand the voice of the Buddha directly. Not that we disrespect the commentaries. They're magnificent. They're unexplored territory for the most part by scholars or translators. But it's easy to lose track of the Buddha's teaching if you get sidetracked into the commentaries. The Buddha's voice has a distinct sound, and he said, we can. Our wisdom is enough. Okay? So, Shifu reformed the traditional Asian view. What's the traditional Asian view? Got to use the commentary. Got to use the commentary. So what happens to people? They get confused. They don't read the sutras. However, everywhere around the world, you go into a hotel, you go to your room, you open the drawer, what do you find? Gideon Bible, right? How many times do you go into your hotel room, open the drawer, and find the Lotus Sutra? Not very often, right? Why not? We don't have sutras? No, our sutras are so many. They're so good. There's so much wisdom. There's so much compassion. You open the Bible, lots of bloodshed, lots of killing, lots of cursing, lots of stuff you don't want to get in your brain. You open the Lotus Sutra, no bloodshed, no killing, no cursing, no begat. If you know read the Bible, you know what I mean. So, okay. We have not done our job until you can go into the hotel room. Now, there are people, Yehan Numata, the Japanese industrialist, he made a similar vow. He has the Buddha's teachings, the teaching of the Buddha, in many languages, in hotel rooms. That's a good thing, but he sliced it up. He gave us a piece of this and a piece of that, not the sutra. So, we'd like the whole sutra, you know. So, Shifu said, we Mahayana Buddhists should not be complacent. We shouldn't rest until our wisdom texts are also available. It's as if we don't have them if we can't present it to people in their own language. So that was one of his vows. 商人就曾经说基督教、天主教、犹太教他们做得非常好。怎么样呢？把他们的圣经在每一个酒楼每一个房间，你打开抽屉都有圣经，你们都看过吗？是不是 Gideon Bible？ 那佛教难道没有经书吗？有。那为什么你不打开抽屉有法华经？为什么呢？金刚经为什么不见呢？就是因为我们汉传佛教徒没有尽心，没有负责任， 把它翻译成各国的语文，然后放在那个抽屉啊。所以呢，他说这是我们应该做的善事，所以我们现在就为那个而努力。OK， 然后呢，师父他怎么样重视佛经？每天晚上就讲经说法30年了。星期六讲2次经，星期天讲2次经，啊，他不依靠注解，他要他的学生我们轮流来讲经，啊，如果他知道这个等彼岸呢自运动各个法师不轮流讲经，恐怕会挨骂。你们怎么搞？你们今天吃饭了没有？啊，你吃饭怎么不讲经啊？他会 I know for sure, right? 师父 would say, how are we doing at 自运动and 等彼岸? How are we lecturing on sutras? Are the monks taking turns? If he knew we were not, you would get scolded. No doubt, no doubt. Or he wouldn't scold, he would kneel. He would kneel in front of the Buddhas until you lecture on text. You see your Shifu kneeling there waiting for you to lecture, you open your mouth. Not just to put food in it, but to speak the Dharma, okay? He did that, he knelt in front of the Buddhas. Wow, lihai. He asked us to translate them into the world's languages. 师父要我们翻译佛经各国这个语字各那个不同的文字语言文字哈。Now, many people have the attitude that sutras are too lofty, too profound, too philosophical. That's not the way our teacher gave them to us. He said they are handbooks to wisdom. You need them. We need them. We need to understand the sutras because they show us our face and our path through the troubles of the world. That's how he saw the sutras. They were not something you put on the shelf. They were as important as a roadmap to the subway, as important as the GPS on your phone. Oh boy, are we relying on our GPS? Turn left at the next light. At the next intersection, turn right, right? You do that. He said our sutras are just as important as roadmaps to wisdom. 上人就说佛经不但不是这个好像高尚的哲理那么放在高柜上尊拜，他没有这么说。他说这是智慧的手册，每天不可少的，天天不可少的一些智慧说明书。他说是等于蓝图，是等于这个地图或者 GPS， 我们电动的这个指南不能少。Okay? He said these are guidelines for daily conduct. You can't do without them for a day. 一天不可少。Okay, moving along here. Now, in China, in the Chinese tradition, that includes Vietnam, it includes Korea, that includes Japan. In order to develop a relationship with texts, what would people do? We could read a sutra, recite it, right? We do that here a lot, right? That's a good devotional practice. We could memorize it. People do that. Shifu encouraged us to memorize the text. We could copy it out in your best calligraphy, right? We can reprint the sutras and distribute it. We do that here a lot. Whenever there's an event in Singapore, we call Heng Sure. Hey, 太法师，那个有没有这个大悲忏的本子？可不可以送我们500本？Heng Sure就说可以啊，我们有， you know, all the time. All the time. You bow to the sutra, every character. You bow to every word in the text. You decorate it outside, beautiful, adorned. I've seen sutras in Taiyuan at Songshan Si, done in lapis lazuli paper with gold powder characters, gold ink, magnificent, jewels, rubies on there, amazing stuff, right? So, okay. Can we get off the damn camera? Quit that, all right? I gotta, right? Stay with it. Yeah, don't play, all right? So, translate it. Translate the sutras, okay? That's what Shifu had us do. Okay.